So Tyler Perry is out here giving us unsolicited advice that is so wrong on so many levels that the Lord himself has already exposed the folly of any woman in her sound mind taking it. Because I know I'm not the only woman who thought about Shirley Strawberry and Ernesto as soon as I heard this foolishness.
Listen, a lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will, in our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job, and is a good man and is good to you, and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can, because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm gonna cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you handle the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then, that is fine.
Yeah.
That's may not be your gift.
Exactly.
Now, if you watched the previous video that we did on Shirley Strawberry playing dumb, you know that Shirley met Ernesto in 2013, allegedly while he was still engaged to Ebony Steele from the Ricky Smiley Show. So by this time, Shirley had to have known all about the 13 years Ernesto has spent in state and federal prisons. She had to be aware of how he allegedly strung Ebony along and messed up her credit. So those around her had to be telling her this is a bad idea. Even in the latest calls released on Phone Calls from Prison's YouTube channel, Shirley and Ernesto alluded to the people telling them that he was bad news before they even got married. But given the fact that Tyler Perry was a guest on the Steve Harvey Morning Show just a few months after Shirley met Ernesto, and given the fact that Tyler Perry seems to love giving women relationship advice, does anyone else find it possible that Tyler and Shirley may have talked about her budding relationship with Ernesto? And seeing what Tyler's recent comments have been, is it possible that Tyler told Shirley to give Ernesto a chance? I can imagine the conversation. It doesn't matter about his record, or that he didn't have as many assets as Shirley did, or that more than likely they would have to use Shirley's good name for credit, because the man was a good man who already paid for the mistakes he made. Shirley had finally found love, and after all these years, even though he hasn't received the blessing to be able to take care of a family, he honors Shirley and he does what he can. He's there to love her at her monetary worth and is secure enough to let her provide for him. And look how often Ernesto brings up God in his conversation. He's got to be an honorable man, right?
When people still want to do they dirt but also want God to clean it up.
But it's okay. That's what I'm saying. It's okay. I had to leave it to God. Let him do what he gonna do. He got the last word or say so in this matter.
Get somebody else to do it.
So instead of Shirley taking heed of all the signs the Lord was giving her that this wasn't it, Shirley blamed the negativity on jealousy and instead tied herself to a man who was arrested at least 3 times that she knows of during their 8-year marriage. He contributed to her being evicted at least 5 times. He's taken her good name and publicly smeared it. And instead of being faithful, has possibly exposed her to STDs. He encourages her to live in open envy of her millionaire boss. And if the most recent reports are accurate, he wasn't even legally free to marry her in the first place. So for all those who can't understand the problem with what Tyler said, just look at what happened when Shirley Strawberry followed this advice. It's a cautionary tale of what happens when you marry a man who can only pay your light bill. It's not the finances that's the problem. It's the mindset that will allow a man to sit back in comfort while his wife goes out and works hard for him. It's the mindset that is willing to cede power to outside circumstances and lean into helplessness with a, "Welp, it is what it is" mentality. It's the mindset that thinks he should be given a pass for fulfilling what is the bare minimum standards of good men, being faithful, honoring and respecting his wife. Let's stop feeding into the agenda that's trying to annihilate a people by destroying them from the inside out. Tyler, this type of message in no way serves our community. It just perpetuates the narrative of mediocrity that people have been lying about for years.
Stop it. Get some help. Stop it. Get some help.
Let me know what you think in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. Have fun today.